Perched above the Pacific Ocean, Lima's premier shopping area shows off the fruits of Peru's recent economic boom, one that hasn't benefited all. With no running water in this shantytown, residents wait for deliveries. What's in this tank is more precious than gold, to Lydia Sevillano. We have to save money any way we can, she tells me. Even when we have to take food from my children, because we can't live without water. But even here there are steep gradations of poverty. The water that Lydia pays 3 soles for costs 3 times as much up here. All told, those who live in these slums measure out the size of the problem facing the IMF and the World Bank as they try to tackle inequality and poverty. Up here, the gap between rich and poor couldn't be starker. The wall exists solely to keep the slum dwellers out of the rich district on the other side. Still, the World Bank thinks it can overcome such obstacles.
Over the last 25 years, we've lifted 1 billion people out of poverty. Now this is the first generation in human history that can actually see the end of extreme poverty.
Here in Lima, the IMF will remind the world's financial leaders that too much wealth in the hands of too few hurts growth.
Countries with more inequality perform more poorly. Slower growth, more instability. Some people on the left have been talking about these ideas for a long time, but when the IMF says it, it gives it more credibility.
And with Peru's boom beginning to fade while its inequality remains as savage as ever, it's a message that will be all too clear at this year's meeting. Fleury, BBC News, Lima, Peru.